This week we take a break from government waste and ethically challenge public officials, and we profile an organization that is changing lives here in South Providence every day. Call it a diamond in the rough. Chances are you've heard of Amos House, and there's a pretty good chance you think of this: a soup kitchen that serves the poor and the homeless. You'd be right, but that's only part of a much larger story going on here in South Providence.
There's a tragedy here every day, but there's also a miracle every day.
Eileen Hayes took over the helm at Amos House 9 years ago, when it was a much different operation than it is today. It has doubled the number of meals it serves, on some busy days dishing out nearly 1,000. It's doubled the number of buildings it owns to 14. And it has seen its budget more than quadruple to $4 million a year, only a quarter of it coming from the government. But Hayes says the mission remains the same: to help people help themselves.
When I go to a morning meeting and we have 40 men and women sitting in a room and talking about how the folks that they used to get high with or that they lived in a crack house with are now sitting next to them and they're clean and sober, there's a movement happening in this community, and it's really exciting to be part of that.
A hand up, not just a hand out. Epitomized by a new carpentry program that is giving these men and women skills that will give them a good shot at employment when they finish a 90-day training program. Along the way, they will take this house and transform it into 3 apartment units for women reunited with children who have been taken away from them, most because they have been in prison.
Staircasing, roofing, siding, plumbing.
William Pompey is midway through the program. He grew up in Providence and knows a lot of these guys from the streets or his old neighborhood.
What's been the biggest surprise for you coming into this program?
Them accepting me as a family.
Have you not had that before?
I have had it, but it's a lot more love here.
The carpenters-to-be replaced the stairs on this women's apartment complex, and several months ago built this gazebo adjacent to another building. Inside that building, members of the culinary class are training for the More Than a Meal program, which caters to local businesses. One of the things that sets Amos House apart is it requires all of its participants to be drug-free and sober. There are mandatory support group sessions every day. But those enrolled have a place to stay, like this house, which was the original Amos House when Sister Eileen Murphy founded the organization in the mid-1970s. The people who live here have a kitchen and a common area to care for, and a place to return to at night, something that a growing number of people in Rhode Island do not have.
Homelessness is not going away. There's been an incredible increase since I've been in the state.
So they increasingly rely on individual and corporate support to get the work done.
Somebody has to take care of these folks, and it's falling on the backs of nonprofits more and more and more.
In Providence, Jim Hummel for the Hummel Report.